Alright guys, how's it going? Back on the road here, getting ready to park here in Louisiana. This is a little bit of a tight one, so I thought I would do this parking job with y'all here. I want to get into this parking spot right here, so I thought I would go through this one with y'all, since this one's a little bit tighter than what we're all used to. So let's go ahead and get it. Nobody coming on the right. Got a spot right here between to the left, so let's go ahead and get that. So we want that spot. Start heading. We're gonna start cutting it now. I'm gonna kind of try to see, because I got all this room over here, so I'm gonna see if I can angle it a little bit without having to take too much of a hard 90-degree angle on it. I'm gonna leave myself enough kickback space so that this way I can get the truck. So I got to get it in between that gray one and that white one. So this guy's gonna park too, or he's gonna do something. Let's see. Oh, okay, so we're gonna do dueling. We're gonna do dueling backups here. All right, let's see. I need him to get out of the way so I can see where the hell I'm going. Alright, let's see. Start pulling it back. I don't see anybody coming that way. Start pulling back. I got him on camera right here too, if he wants to do something. Alright, so I got to get in between that gray one, so I'm going to have to really hard ride it so that I can get it into the spot that I need to. I got the tandems all the way up to the front, so it shouldn't be too bad. But we'll see here in a minute how it looks. I want to get it as far into the box as I can. I watch this guy right here on the right. I don't know if he's paying attention to what he's doing or what, but oh man, this is the thing. When people get out of your line of vision, it's hard to tell what the hell, where the hell they're going, or where they're walking, or what. Man, you would hope they don't. You would hope they're not walking anywhere near like me, you know. Let's see. I'm gonna get really close to this gray truck probably, so I need to be very careful. I might have cut it in a little too tight, but we'll see. I just need to get on the inside of it. I got nothing going on over here on the right, so I'm good. I might be coming in a little too hot on this gray truck though. We'll find out here in a minute. So I can adjust it a little bit. Yeah, see, let me go ahead and adjust it out just a little bit, because I'm coming in a little bit too hot on his truck. So let me readjust it just a tiny bit. I got plenty of room over here, so I'll readjust it just a little bit this way. And then this way I'll open up the room over here, so I can open up the gap a little bit. Try to get there a little bit sooner. Make sure nobody comes in my way. There we go. Now I feel a little bit better about where I'm gonna end up once I cut it hard. So I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna start cutting it hard now, because I need to get into the box. I'm watching the tandems roll. Over here's good. Woo. Getting really close. Alright, I'm gonna start turning the tandems now, because I want to get really close to that guy on the right. If I need to, I can always go and see how I'm looking in that white truck, just to make sure I'm not going to hit him. That's what I'm going to go ahead and do. So I'm going to get off right now, and I'm going to go and make sure that I'm not going to hit that other truck on the other side when I start swinging this thing around. Let's go look and see just real quick. So I'm pretty good right here. I got enough gap that I can start turning the trailer now. I just need to make sure that I'm not going to hit this guy on the other side, right? So I'm in the box. I have plenty of room over here to work with. So if I start turning it now, I should be able to get straight into the box, no problem. And if I need to, I can readjust it a little bit So I have to keep an eye over here because I don't want to hit this guy. So if I start turning it now, I could even, if I want to, I could even pull out a little bit more if I want to, if I don't want to go in straight just yet. But as long as I'm hard cutting it, I'll stay close to this side on the left, and I won't have to worry about what's going on the right. But we'll see here in a minute. So let's keep hard cutting it over to the right. Keep the wheel all the way to the right. Start moving over to the left a little bit. Spread it out just a little bit because I'm getting a little bit too close to his truck. I want to get the wheels in just a little bit more before I start cutting it so tight. I feel like I'm gonna come in really tight on his truck, so I'm gonna spread it out just a little bit more. It's a tiny bit more, not too much, because I need the space. Coming really close, but I think if I keep it left, I don't think I'm gonna hit anybody. Alright, I'm coming too close, so let me widen this back out again. I'm coming way too close to that mirror there. Yeah, I'm coming way too close to that mirror. I saw that I was starting to get really close to the hood or to the side mirror. So before I even destroy the mirror, I want to widen it out a little bit more. This way I don't touch his mirror, because I was getting really close to the mirror. That's kind of the dangerous part. Let's see if I can get a little bit further away from his mirror. Now I feel like I'm gonna get a little bit too close to the other side. I may have widened it out a little too much. Hold on. I feel like I'm right there. Give me just a minute here. Just a little bit more. I can always go over here and we can just cut and make an easy one, but I figure I wanted to try one of the hard ones today. I was just getting really close to that guy's mirror, and I didn't feel comfortable with where I was at. Alright, now I'll start turning it back to the left. I'm gonna go look and see because I think I'm getting too close to the other side. I'm gonna go and see real quick. Let's go take a look. Woo. Yeah, see, I'm really close to this right here. So I'm really close to this guy on this side. So I need to sharpen it out just a little bit. Fix it here in a minute. So I'm almost in the spot. It's just a matter that I need to widen out just a little bit more to make sure that I don't hit that guy on the right. Because now I should just do this. To just come out a little bit and then bring the angle up just a little bit more like this. And then we'll see if I can kind of line it in there a little bit better from this angle like this. And we'll see if I can line it in there and see if I can get the trailer to turn in between the spot here. Let's see. You want to be able to get a little bit close to this gray truck, but you don't want to get too close. Start bringing it out now. I'm still too close to his trailer. I'm still too close to his truck. So let's widen it out just a little bit more. Alright, so I think I cleared the other guy's trailer. Alright, let me get out and look real quick one more time. Let's get out and look one more time. Let's just go make sure that we're not going to hit anything on the swing back. But now I should be able to straighten it out and go back. I have enough space in between here where I'm not going to hit anything. And then over here on this side, I should be more than good. So now I can just start straightening it out a bit, get the trailer to move over this way just a little bit more, and then we'll be good. But all the way left is the key here. So let's keep it all the way left. All right. All the way left. And once I get a little bit close to him, I need to pay attention to make sure I'm not gonna hit his mirror, because I need to kind of open up the space a little bit So about right here, I can kind of straighten out a little bit more, open up the gap a little bit more, so this way I don't hit his mirror. And then from right here, I can see both sides, so I can take it all the way left, straighten it out a bit. I can see where I'm going over here, and then I can kind of take the angle in, so where I know I'm not going to hit this guy over here on the right. I can start kind of angling the trailer a little bit more, and just kind of guide it in. About right. Keep turning it. About right there. Start pulling it all the way left again. And just kind of guide it in. And as we look over here to the right, we want to make sure that I'm not going to bang into anything over here on the right. And as long as I'm not going to bang anything onto the right, then I can kind of keep it straight, more or less like this. Lay it in, and then I'll be good to go. A little bit more. I don't want to get too close to this gentleman over here. Switch it off to the left, and we'll straighten it out and we'll be done. So what I can do here is I can kind of just take it down a little bit more, because I'm not necessarily in the box, but there's an easy fix to that. Just kind of keep it like this. I want to make sure I don't hit this guy's truck, right? So keep it this way, now that I can kind of see what we're working with. Don't want to hit his truck, so keep it that way. A little bit to the right, now all the way to the right. This will get me more inside the box. Keeping an eye on him, making sure I don't hit this guy over here on this side, right? And then straighten out my truck so that I can get this guy on the other side here. Make sure I don't hit him, right? And then what I can do here is, if I want to, because I got a big gap over here on this side. So now what I can do to fix this to kind of open up the gap on each side, I'll wait for these guys to pass up, but I can just pull out straight because I'm already in the box. I just want to readjust where I'm going to go. So pull out straight, make everything straight, right? So I want to move a little bit more that way. So I can kind of play it around this way, and then kind of swing it a little bit, like not too much. Just kind of swing it just a little bit. Swing it back. Now here, as soon as I go up as far as I can go without hitting this guy's truck, now I can kind of play it over to the left just a little bit, not too much. You want to keep an eye on it, right? Because you don't want to do the reverse and like hit the guy over here's truck on the right, and you can't really see it. Don't lose control of the wheel. This should kill the gap. It should even it out to where we have the same gap on each side. Yep, so there you go. So now you got the same gap on each side. So now you just get it straight where you need it, and then just roll it back. I'm still getting used to this this like urge to move thing with this truck. So it has like a little, like you tap the brake and it has like a little boost. It's kind of scary, to be honest, but it's not too bad. And then just kind of guide it in where you want to do it in the box. You can kind of turn the wheel a little bit here and there to kind of get it where you want it. And once you feel comfortable, then you just kind of let it slide back, watching both sides to make sure you don't hit anything on either side. You just kind of guide it back, guide it back, guide it back, guide it back. And then one more thing you can do before you get down, see, I can see kind of the shadows, but let's go ahead and get down one more time here. And let's go and look and see how much space we have in between. So we'll go over here, we'll come and walk to the back, and we'll just make sure that we got a how much space we got here between us and the other trailer. We might not be able to move too much farther back. See, so this guy, he came in a little bit deeper, So I only have maybe about 2 feet of room that I can move back without hitting this guy right in the back. So really, ideally, I can probably just cut it here, or if I'm gonna move it back a little bit more, then it's literally like I'm gonna get my foot off the brake, and I'm gonna let it just kind of nudge a little bit, and then I'm gonna cut it real quick, because I don't want to be like butt to butt with this guy. I still want a little bit of a gap here, but I also don't want to be sticking out too far into the road that way, because that's a good way for someone to just kind of sideswipe you. So we'll see here. This is what we'll do. Yeah, we got pretty close to that guy's mirror. As soon as I saw what it was gonna do, I was like, nope, we gotta pull back out because that ain't gonna work. I was like, no, we gotta pull back out because that ain't gonna work. We don't want to do that. Okay, so literally what I need to do, put my foot on the brake. I'm gonna put it in reverse. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it nudge just a tiny bit. I'm not even gonna let it go too far. That's it. Cut it. And let's go and look. And that'll probably be about as close as I think I can get without being butt to butt with the guy behind me. And that'll just have to do. Yeah, you see, this is good. I closed the gap by maybe another couple of inches, but at this point it's like this is fine, because if I keep going back, I might nudge him and hit him, and I don't want to do that. I would prefer not to have to deal with that today. So and maybe if this guy ends up moving, I might, I'll pay attention later on, and if I see him move, then I might move my truck a little bit further back. But otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here. And I'll just have to do like that. So as far as how far I'm sticking out, let's see. Yeah, that was a fun one. See, that's what I mean. Like that's how these can be kind of tricky, because of the space that you got. You have to get into the box really early to be able to maneuver it how you want to. But you can pull forward as many times as you want, kind of thing. See, I'm not sticking out that far, really. I mean, I'm probably just a little bit further out than that white truck there, and this white truck that's over here is probably about the same space that I am. So it's really not too bad. It should be fine. There's really not much I can do about it, anyways. Like I said, because it's just I could play with that gap in the back, but you play with it long enough, you might bump into the guy, and there's the guy right over there. So it's like, that's all I would need, right? Is to bump him, and then he comes out and says, "You bumped my truck," or whatever. And it's like, I don't want to deal with that. So you'll see that, where the lineups are here, like that. These will probably hit this. It probably would be fine if it did, but there's a chance that it could hit the lenses, and I don't want to deal with that, so I'm good here. I'll just wait and see later. Maybe he'll leave. If he does, then I'll move back a little bit more. Otherwise, I think I'm okay. I think I'm fine. But yeah, so I'm parked here in Louisiana. I'm back. This is one of the backs I didn't get to show you the last time I was at a truck stop. So I thought, this would be a good opportunity. There was a couple of straight backs on the other side, but I thought, this would be a good opportunity to show y'all how this can be sometimes in a somewhat more crammed truck stop area where you don't have as much space as you usually would. But the key is to get this thing as far into the box already at the angle that you need it to be, because you can see what's going on the left, you can't see what's going on the right. So the earlier you get to the box, the easier it is to make your adjustments out, versus getting too far out and then you have to really make hard adjustments to get into the box. So getting to the box sooner is always better than getting in too late. Every now and then you're gonna get it where it'll be nice and perfect, and you'll hit the box right in the middle. You'll hit the trailer right in the middle of the box, and all you'll have to do is just keep pulling left, and then you'll be good to go, and you won't even have to do any pull-ups. But in situations like these, you're more than likely gonna have to pull up a few times, because it's really, really crammed, and there's a lot of things going on around here, and you don't want to hit anybody. it's much better just to be safe and not hit anybody. So the last thing I do is that before I stop for the day is I'll just kind of walk around. I'll just kind of check my tires out and make sure that there's not anything that looks like maybe, you know, any rips or anything from the trip, from today's trip. I'll just make sure that, you know, everything looks pretty normal, that nothing looks out of the ordinary. Because if I find something out of the ordinary right now, I can call and get it taken care of now, versus, you know, doing a pre-trip in the morning and figuring out, oh hell, I have a flat tire or I have a ripped tire and I can't get anything fixed. What the hell is that? Okay. Oh, I didn't even see that. Well, and it's a flat plastic fixture, ain't gonna hurt nothing. But anyways, like, yeah, I'll just double check everything to make sure everything looks good, make sure nothing's out of the ordinary. If there's anything that needs to be repaired, I can get it done while I'm here at the truck stop, instead of like tonight when I'm already stopped for the day, versus having to figure it out in the morning and being like, oh shit, like, you know, now my whole day goes to crap because I didn't realize that. Woo, man, look at somebody dented the shit out of this thing, out of this trailer. I picked this trailer up this morning, so, and I saw that and I was like, damn, I was like, this thing's bumped to shit. But anyways, I'll just kind of double check and take a look and make sure everything nothing looks out of the ordinary, that everything looks good. Typically the one thing you're gonna find is if it's flats or rips in the threading. Those are typically things you can get fixed pretty quickly if you catch them. But everything looks good there. You know, all the lights are still working, so I think we're good. So I'm gonna shut it down for the day. It's really early right now, so that's nice. Here, the one thing I like about this particular pilot here in Breaux Bridge, Louisiana, is that right next to it, on the other side of where that you see that Transmix truck where those trees are at, right on the other side of those trees, there's a Walmart. So I'm gonna take a little nap and then I'm gonna go to Walmart and do some grocery shopping for the week. But all right, guys, until then, keep that metal side up, that rubber side down, and I'll see y'all down the road.